The Yellowstone ecosystem is a world unto itself. More than 500,000 acres of pristine wilderness teeming with some of North America's most iconic animals. There are few places on Earth where visitors can observe wildlife as abundant and as untamed as they are here in Yellowstone. But what makes Yellowstone so special? What is it about this place that allows such an incredible array of creatures to thrive? It's me, and this is Yellowstone. Welcome to this house. This is your host. Come along with us as we explore Yellowstone's most magnificent sights and learn about the delicate balance that keeps this iconic landscape thriving. Yellowstone National Park encompasses roughly half of the Yellowstone ecosystem. The park was established in 1872 and was the first of its kind in the world. Yellowstone is home to more than 2,000 species of plants and animals, and more than half of all those species are listed as sensitive or at risk. It's one of only 2 places in the United States where grizzly bears and wolves coexist. It also contains more than its share of bison, elk, pronghorn, coyotes, black bears, cutthroat trout, and bald eagles. In fact, there are so many animals here that people sometimes forget. Yellowstone is also home to over 10,000 species of insects. Collectively, these creatures form a complex web of life that sustains the entire ecosystem. The web begins with the smallest organisms, like the microbes that live in Yellowstone's geothermal features. These microbes form the foundation of the food chain, providing sustenance for the insects that feed on them. In turn, these insects are eaten by birds and mammals, which are then preyed upon by even larger animals like wolves and bears. This intricate web of life is what makes Yellowstone such a unique and remarkable place. It's a delicate balance that has been disrupted by human activity in the past, but thanks to the hard work of conservationists and park officials, it's slowly being restored. One of the most iconic symbols of Yellowstone is, of course, the bison. Bison have roamed the plains of North America for thousands of years, and today, Yellowstone is home to the largest concentration of bison in the lower 48 states. Bison are not just a majestic sight to behold, but also play an important role in maintaining the health of the ecosystem. They help to control vegetation and create openings in the forest that allow for the growth of new plants and trees. This process is known as ecological succession, and it's essential for maintaining biodiversity in Yellowstone. In addition to their grazing habits, bison also have a significant impact on the soil. Their hooves help to aerate the soil, which improves drainage and allows for the growth of a variety of plant species. This is particularly important in Yellowstone, where the soil can be compacted and subject to flooding. Bison also deposit nutrient-rich dung on the ground, which serves as a valuable fertilizer for the microbes and other organisms that live there. These organisms break down the dung and recycle the nutrients back into the soil, which can then be used by plants. The presence of bison also has ripple effects throughout the rest of the ecosystem. For example, their grazing habits can impact the abundance and diversity of insects, which in turn can affect the birds and mammals that feed on those insects. Similarly, their dung can provide habitat for a variety of invertebrates, including beetles and millipedes, which can then be consumed by other animals. As we continue our journey through Yellowstone, we'll see how these relationships play out in other parts of the ecosystem as well. For example, the gray wolf is another iconic species that plays an important role in maintaining the balance of life in Yellowstone. Wolves are apex predators, which means that they sit at the top of the food chain. This gives them a unique ability to influence the behavior and populations of other species in the ecosystem. When wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone in the 1990s, they had a significant impact on the behavior of the bison. Wolves are natural predators of bison, and their presence alone can cause bison to alter their grazing habits and movement patterns. This can lead to changes in the vegetation and other parts of the ecosystem as well. For example, bison may graze more heavily on certain types of plants, which can impact their growth and abundance. These changes can then have ripple effects throughout the rest of the food chain. In addition to their direct impact on bison, wolves also play an important role in regulating their own population. When there is an abundant supply of prey, such as bison, wolves can reproduce more frequently, and their population can grow. However, when prey is scarce, wolves may compete with each other for limited resources. This competition can lead to the deaths of some wolves, which helps to keep their population under control. But the gray wolf almost didn't make it to Yellowstone. Overhunting and habitat loss had brought them to the brink of extinction by the early 20th century. By 1973, only a few dozen gray wolves remained in the contiguous United States. A captive breeding program was established in the late 1960s to save the species. And in 1995, gray wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone National Park. Today, there are more than 100 wolves in Yellowstone, and they continue to play an important role in the ecosystem. Like the bison, the gray wolf is also an indicator species. That means that the health of the entire ecosystem depends on their continued presence. If there are too many or too few wolves, it can throw the entire system out of balance. The return of the gray wolf is a testament to the power of conservation. It's a reminder that with hard work and dedication, we can bring species back from the brink of extinction and restore balance to ecosystems that have been disrupted. So when you visit Yellowstone, keep an eye out for wolves. Their presence is a sign that the ecosystem is healthy and thriving. But the Yellowstone ecosystem is not just about animals. It's also home to a wide variety of plant life, including more than 100 species of trees and shrubs, 100 species of grasses and sedges, and 400 species of wildflowers. These plants play an important role in the ecosystem by providing food and habitat for animals. They also help to stabilize the soil and prevent erosion. One of the most beautiful examples of plant life in Yellowstone is the lodgepole pine. Lodgepole pines are found throughout the park and are particularly abundant in the forests of the northern range. These trees are well adapted to the harsh conditions of the mountains. Their seeds require a hot fire to germinate, and they're able to withstand the cold temperatures and heavy snow loads of the winter. Lodgepole pines provide habitat for a variety of animals, including squirrels, owls, and black bears. Their cones also produce a resin that is used by bees to make a unique type of honey. Another important plant in the Yellowstone ecosystem is the bitterroot. Bitterroot is a perennial herb that grows in the open meadows of Yellowstone. It's the state flower of Montana and is a favorite food source for the endangered American burying beetle. The plant gets its name from its deep taproot, which is used to anchor the plant in the shallow soils of the park. Finally, no discussion of Yellowstone would be complete without mentioning the geysers. Yellowstone is home to more than 10,000 geothermal features, including more than half of the world's geysers. The most famous of these is, of course, Old Faithful, which erupts every 90 minutes. But there are countless other geysers and hot springs throughout the park, each with its own unique beauty and characteristics. Geysers are formed when water seeps into the ground and is heated by the magma chamber beneath Yellowstone. The water then rises to the surface and erupts in a spectacular display of steam and hot water. Geysers play an important role in the Yellowstone ecosystem. They provide habitat for a variety of microorganisms that form the foundation of the food chain. They also help to shape the landscape by carving out valleys and creating new ponds and streams. But geysers are delicate features, and they're sensitive to changes in their environment. Human activity can impact the delicate balance that keeps them functioning, and it's important that visitors to Yellowstone respect the geysers and the ecosystem they support. So the next time you visit Yellowstone, take a moment to appreciate the delicate balance that keeps this ecosystem thriving. From the bison to the wolves to the geysers, each part of the Yellowstone ecosystem is interconnected and interdependent. Together, they form a web of life that sustains this remarkable landscape. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the Yellowstone ecosystem.